I'm gonna go ahead and get started. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Don Rico back at it again with another vid. Hey, what is up with these dudes today? Seriously, what is wrong with y'all? Is it really that hard for you to overlook a pretty face just so you can get to the bag? Is it so hard to put one P in front of the other P? And you know which one I'm talking about. Is it that hard for you to put the V, or let me phrase it like this. Is your purpose so weak that you're going to allow a woman and what she's got between her legs to get between you and to where it is that you need to go? Honestly, the amount of guys that I see on a regular basis that are super distracted is ridiculous. It's truly ridiculous. I mean, is it so hard for y'all to focus? Listen, I've said this before in some vids of mine in the past. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to reiterate it for y'all in this one. There could be a butt naked woman right here with a perfect body. And then there could be a wall full of money. I'm going for the money 10 times out of 10. No hesitation. And I know a lot of y'all are going to say cap, but I'm not capping, not even a little bit. And what I'm trying to talk about with this video, the premise of this video, the main point that I'm trying to illustrate in this video particularly is that men who are sexually disciplined are the ones who are going to be the most successful. Those are the true elites. The true elites within the masculine community are those who can control the thing that lies between their legs. D-discipline is of the utmost importance when it comes to men, especially in a highly sexualized society. If you can't focus, listen, I know it seems like I'm interrupting my thoughts when I'm trying to go somewhere, but there's a reason for it. It's because I remember certain things. There are guys that I know personally. Then there are guys that I'm sure that are out there that would much rather, if you put, I'll illustrate it to you like this. I'm going to illustrate it to you like this. You're a man. You have an option between get into the money. If I were to grant you two options, you get to the money, you work overtime, you get your overtime money, you get your overtime bag, and you continuously are able to run it up. Or option B, you are guaranteed that when you go over to this chick's house, whatever one that you're trying to talk to or holler at, you're going to get some box from her. 90% of the guys, I would say 95, honestly, are going to choose option B and get the box. They will rather choose the box before they choose the money. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because I'm one of the guys that's going to choose the bag 10 times out of 10. I will choose the bag 10 times out of 10. And it's not so much about the money itself. Money is a tool. It's the purpose. It's the access to a certain life or a lifestyle. It's the options to do what you want to do. It's power. You would rather choose pussy over power. And that's wild to me, especially as a man, because a lot of these dudes will fumble. They will fumble. They will get distracted. They will get lost. They won't focus on what's best for them, and they will weaken and embarrass themselves just to try to holler at this chick or try to impress a woman. Listen, I'm not even blaming the ladies because they're going to do what they do. They're just going to be a pleasant distraction. It's the guys that I'm harping on because I want y'all to do better. Men who are sexually disciplined are the ones who are going to inherit the earth and rule the world. Because guys like me who are sexually disciplined, I'm just telling you the truth. Guys like me who are sexually disciplined are going to leverage the beauty and sexuality of a woman to get the bag from guys who are not so sexually disciplined. In other words, we're taking advantage of the guys who don't have it 100% within their control, who are not in control of themselves. And this is how certain industries become multi-billion-dollar industries, because guys lack control. And I understand it from a man's perspective, but at the same time, Y'all would rather choose box over money, and that's weird to me. You would choose box over your bag. You would choose box over your bag. I'm sorry, that's wild to me. I personally can never understand it because I'm just not cut from that cloth. And you're talking to someone who can get boxed pretty much whenever I want. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to try to illustrate the premise of this video. I'm not even focused on that. I'm not even on that time. As a matter of fact, I'm choosing the hard route. I've actually recently became voluntarily celibate. And the reason for this is because I'm trying to level up in certain aspects of my life. I'm trying to level up when it comes to my finances and my money. I'm trying to level up when it comes to my fitness and take my fitness to a much greater level. I'm trying to level up in terms of my style. I'm trying to level up in terms of this content creation shit. I'm trying to level up in terms of reading and accumulating knowledge. I'm trying to level up in terms of being a more effective communicator. And that all contributes to the overarching goal of fulfilling my purpose, which is going to be ever evolving over time. But a lot of guys won't go through that process because they'll feel stuck. They'll be stuck because they're just stuck on box. Just stuck on a pretty face. They're stuck on a nice waist, a nice chest, nice curvy hips. And I get it. I get it. As a man, I'm telling you, I get it. I'm still very much sexually attracted to women, but at the same time, I'm not going to let a pretty face keep me from accomplishing whatever it is that I set out to accomplish. Because I am not going to fumble no bags. I am not going to lose no money just because I'm trying to impress no woman. Men who do, I see this all the time. I mean, these dudes are the dustiest of the dusty. They will jump from one woman to another, one woman to another, even though they probably already got a baby mama. And they're just trying to hop onto box, and they're extra creepy. They're all touchy, and I see this shit all the time. These dudes is the dustiest of the dusty. They have no self-control. They got no purpose. They're just doing some low life level behavior. And I don't even go out of my way to try to get them to see the light because I know that they're dusty and they're just going to be dusty for the rest of their lives. I don't care. At the end of the day, it's about winning for me. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to outcompete you. I'm just trying to completely dominate you in life. And the best way for me to do that is to not interrupt you when you're making a mistake. I believe Napoleon Bonaparte said it best. Do not interrupt your enemies when they are making a mistake. So I'm not going to interrupt you when you're making a mistake. But I'm telling you right now, men who are sexually disciplined are the ones who are going to rule the world. Because we cannot be so controlled by the box. We can't. I've said no to box a number of times. And again, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to illustrate a point. I'm prioritizing my purpose over pleasure. Really, what I'm talking about is purpose over pleasure. But these dudes today, especially the younger dudes, and I feel sorry for these younger dudes today because the vast majority of y'all are not going to make it. You're just not. And it's unfortunate because you'll prioritize... And I see this even with the group of guys that hang out with that one girl that's hanging out with the group of guys. By the way, that's a whole nother video. I probably may end up making a short about that. I don't trust women or girls that just have guy friends or primarily hang out with guys. I don't trust those. I don't trust those types at all. But even when I observe these groups, because again, people watching is a low-key hobby of mine because it allows me to refine and retune my observation skills. I see this. These dudes are swarming around this one girl like magnets. And it's... I can't blame them, but at the same time... Because two things could be right at the same time. I can't blame them, but at the same time, they still weak. We all like to have beautiful women around us. The difference is, you're trying to smash. You will go to the gym because you're trying to smash. You're trying to go to the party because you're trying to smash. You're going to work... hoping that you can smash. I'm going to work to get this bag. If I go to a party, it's because I'm trying to network. If I'm in the gym, I'm focused on being in the gym so I can get the good workout in, so I can focus, so I can be the greatest version of myself, so I can work out my mind and my body and my soul, etc. We not the same. I believe in 50 Cent. I'm going to say this in closing. 50 Cent himself said this beautifully in his song Irregular Heartbeat. We ain't cut from the same cloth. We into different shit. I want the bread. You want the bitch. That's pretty much all it really comes down to. And I just want to kind of just let you guys know, like, listen, you can have anything you want. You can rule the world. But you first must rule yourself. You have to have that sexual discipline. This isn't really me giving you advice. This is just me telling you what works for me and what it is that I see that works. That's it. That's all it is. You can follow after the example or not. At the end of the day, I really don't care because it doesn't change the outcome of where it is that I'm going. It doesn't change who it is that I'm going to become. You doing the right thing or not doesn't do anything for it. It just does no effect on me. Instead of being these sorry excuses for men and masculinity today, how about you actually go out, do the work, and focus? Why can't you just lock in? Why does it have to take a PYT to walk through and completely take you off your square and your focus? And you're willing to compromise yourself and make yourself look like a fool just to impress and appease her. It's not about her. It's about you. You're the star of the movie. You're the Oscar-winning star of your own movie, but you don't see that. You don't see that because you don't see yourself as such. You see yourself as either a supporting cast at best or as an NPC in her story. All these hoes are NPCs in my story. They only become supporting roles or they only become co-leads or whatever only if I elevate them to be so. I get to determine and control that. But a lot of you guys can't do that because you don't have no D-discipline. You're not sexually disciplined. You don't put your purpose first. Because you don't put God first. And I don't know. There are more things that I can say to you guys, but you'll see in these cards here or here a video that I posted a while back last year. It's like one of my earliest videos talking about weak men. You'll see it on there. And you'll just see me rant on there. There's no need for me to rant here. I'm just telling you what I know. Men who are sexually disciplined are the ones who rule the world. The rest of y'all are just going to be a bunch of dopamine addicts. Distracted, despaired, lazy, without purpose, and lost. That's going to be y'all. As for me, I'm going to thrive and I'm going to prosper. All right? I want y'all to do better, but I got to call y'all out first. In order for us to do better, we got to look in the mirror. It's time that y'all stop pointing out the window, start looking in the mirror, figure out what's wrong with you, and fix it. It's your responsibility, 100%. Nobody's coming to save you. A man who handles business is a man that has the world at his feet. Real talk. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.